Hello, everybody. This is Alicia Alt with LevelUp Score. I hope you have an amazing day. We are going live for our live demo of LevelUp Score here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We usually do it at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, but I just attended the Vault conference and was not able to do it at that time. So I'm coming on here to let you guys join it. In the description of this live stream that you're seeing right now is the registration link to get onto the Zoom account. So if you'd like to be a part of this demo, a live demo, please click that link, register, and we'll jump on at 7 p.m. Please note that the live stream, this demo will not be live streamed. So I'm live streaming right now to let everybody know that we are going to have a live demo. It will be a recorded demo, but will not be live streamed. So just want to make you aware of that. For those of you who are using LevelUp Score and you're like, I already know about LevelUp Score, I don't need to get on this live demo. Feel free to get on because, as you know, if anybody has been on my demo calls, I am a coach by nature and I will coach you on your business and how maybe we can help it grow. And maybe if it makes sense, how LevelUp Score might be a part of that process. And if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't have to. I'm here to support you as you guys are growing your businesses. You're very, very important in our society. People need you. And my goal is to help you succeed and be present so that when someone comes or needs help to reach their goals, their credit or financial goals, that they're able to go to the right people. And I know you guys who are following me in LevelUp Score, you guys are the right people. You guys are the people that the consumers, the customers, the community, our communities should be coming to. And there's a lot of the wrong people. And we're fighting hard to be standing out in front in this industry to be the right people. And I call you guys my success bosses. We'll talk more about that. But I would like you to join me today if you can, if you have the time. So it'll be from 7 to 8. We may go a little bit longer depending on the audience and the questions. But right in the descriptions is the registration. So please feel free to jump on that. And I do have some people coming into the room now. So feel free to jump in at any point in time. We're excited to have you here. But we'll start the actual live demo right at 7. So again, really excited for all of you to be here and jump on. That registration link is in the description. If you can't find it, please send a message to Alicia at levelupscore.com. And I'll make sure that we get you out that link for registration. Typically, our live demos are 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday and 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. Sometimes, very rarely, do those dates change. So again, I invite you to be there, even if you have already been on a live demo. So we had a couple ladies that were on the live demo the other day, and they are already users of LevelUp Score. They've already done a live demo, but they actually came in with the question is, hey, Allie, can you help me grow my business? How can I use LevelUp Score in a more efficient way with all of my clients so that I can grow my business and really provide the service that I say I'm going to provide? And that's a key, guys. So people aren't coming to you for that high credit score. So those of you who are posting on social media that you can jump their score 100 points in 7 days or all this crap, that's all fine and dandy if you want to start doing that. But that's not what they're coming to you for. They're coming to you for a specific goal. And your job is to tell a story, understand them, and help them get to that goal. And if you can't do it, you're not in the right business. Make sure you can get them to their goal. And this is where, I talk about all the time, have your niche, know who your audience is, know who you're talking to, because only when you know who you're talking to, do you know how to help them. So if you tell me your audience is everybody with bad credit, you don't have an audience. And I've said that millions of times. You don't have an audience. So figure that audience out, get to know them, and fall in love with them. That being said, before we go on to this live at 7 o'clock, I will be a speaker at the Smart Credit Conference. And I do want to know, please let me know, comment to me, message me, whatever you want to do, email me. I want to know if you're going to be there because I have some special things that I'm doing and I want to make sure that you're there. And if you're there, I want to recognize you. I want to spotlight you because if you are a success boss, I want everyone in the audience to know you are. So please let me know if you're going to be there and we'll talk more. So I'm really excited for that. But if you don't know about the Smart Credit Conference, get the information. You can Google search Smart Credit Conference to learn more, but I'd love for you to be there. I'd love to support you and everything you're doing. You're doing great things and people need you. And I need you to be out there stronger. And I want to help you with that. So we got about 12 more minutes before we go live. So Please feel free to start jumping in at any time you would like, because I'd be happy to even start coaching on some things before we even do the live demo. But again, the live stream will be turned off once I start the live demo. We'll not be live streaming the demo. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And that's just for people's privacy and some of the conversations that we'll have, but I won't be live streaming that. So if you want in on that, get that registration link in the description. If you still don't see it for whatever reason, please email me, and I'm just going to keep my email up here just so I can see as people may in fact email me. But just super excited to be available for you guys and meet some of you who maybe I have not met before. I'd love to meet you. If you are a credit professional of any sort, you're helping people with their credit or finances, I'd love for you to be on this live demo today. So let's see who's calling in, messaging in. All right. Coming down to the line, so we have about 11 more minutes. The other thing I would like to announce is you may have seen my Millionaire's Journey. That's with a different company. That's not LevelUp Score, but I'm helping any business. You don't have to be in the credit and financial industry, but any business who would like to take their business from an idea, a passion, a thought, or wherever you're at, and you want to make that $1 million business. I'd like you to join my coaching. It will be the last time I do the coaching. We just started last week, September, for our first intro stuff that we talked about. You can still get in it. You'll have to get the replays from last week and start to catch up on some of the material. But I do encourage you to jump into this. It's the last time I'm going to be doing it. It's $297 for a 3-month coaching with me. We'll get on group coaching every week on Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Sometimes I have to vary that time just in case if I am traveling, but that's very rare. It's usually Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. But here's what I can tell you. You will be so happy you did it. If you are you have a passion. Let's say you have a passion. You want to bring something into the world because you want to help people. That's why most of us get into business. If you have that spark is inside of you, and I don't care where you're at in that process, it's just an idea that flooded into your head today. This is going to be a priceless experience for you. $297 is not a lot of money, guys. Some of you might go and spend that on one night out, right? I know, I've done it. So I know how that is. And there's nothing that goes forward in your life. There's no long-term investment. This is a long-term investment into your life. And what most people tell me after their very first call with me is, I made $297 more in my life on the very first call. So there's no cost actually if that happens, right? So I'm really excited to bring that to you guys. Again, it's the last time I do it because I'm rolling out the full program in January, and I believe the sticker cost is going to be $5,000. But this program is not just about getting that business from zero to $1 million business, because quite honestly, that's the easy part. The hardest part, and I love this quote from Jim Rohn, and I hope you guys remember this forever because I'll repeat this in my head constantly. If you get $1 million, best you be a millionaire so you get to keep it, right? So there are principles, there's alignment in your life that also needs to happen so that you can keep that million. Or better said, maybe you get to keep the million, but are you going to be happy? Are you going to be living an aligned life where you feel joy and peace and love and happiness, right? All of those things, because you've seen people who make a lot of money that don't seem so happy. They might be a little miserable, right? So how can we have both? And we absolutely can. God said that abundance is for us. So if God said abundance is for us, then it's for us, right? So we can have it all. And I'd like to help you guys get there. So again, that's going to be, that's already started. We already started that group. It's my final group before I pull out the whole program. Okay. So jump in. You'll be a little bit behind, but just like a week, because we've only had 1 week as of this moment. I did a week. So there might be 2 lessons that you missed. But with those, so just so you guys know, on those coaching calls, the idea is we're going to go on levels. So there'll be like level 1, and there'll be 10 actions that we need to take to complete to move on to level 2. Okay, so it's a very, you're going to know what to do. You're not going to be questioning what to do. You will know what to do. And then I'm going to be there to assist you. The entire group will be able to be there to assist you to make sure you're moving through each of those steps. And even if you have a successful business, one thing that I find with a lot of people, and myself included, because I've owned a lot of businesses, grown a lot of business, sold a lot of them. The one thing I can tell you is that oftentimes I did it wrong. There were things that I missed in the process that created maybe chaos in my life, maybe overwhelm, overwork, right? Over hustle, right? Things like that. And so this program is designed that if you can really go through the levels and the steps, you can avoid a lot of the headache that most businesses run into. How many businesses have you heard that said, hey, I scaled really fast and then it all fell apart? They weren't ready for it, right? It all fell apart. How horrible is that? You have this passion, this wonderful idea, this gift to give to the world, and you figured out a way to get all the customers in, but then you didn't have a system and automations and delegations and all the things you need in place to be able to service them the way that you said in the promise that you gave. And that's how most businesses fail, right? So that's something we're going to make sure that that doesn't happen. We got 5 minutes before the live demo, then I'll come off of the live stream so I can get into the live demo. It will not be live stream. So if you're ready to jump in and be with me tonight, you want to get registered, that is in the description. I'm really excited for you to be there. I will demo LevelUp Score. And those of you who know this, you're going to come in here and be like, I thought this was you trying to sell me on your software. I am not selling you on my software at all. Not, matter of fact, unless it is something, I invite you, if it's something that resonates with you, that is going to help you with your business, that is going to give you time and financial freedom. If you see that, get the software. If you don't see that, there's no reason to get the software. But I hope that I leave you with something that'll help you in whatever direction you're going in. So if you're not even in the credit financial business and you want to jump in and ask me some questions, this is your opportunity. I would love for you to be there, but I'm really excited. We got 4 more minutes, so let's see who's going to jump on this live demo. Answering your questions that you might have. How does it work? What does it do? What's next? What's new? That's a lot of things that we'll be talking about. How do I earn more money by using this? How do I save myself more time? How does this fit into my process, right? Some people say, hey, I have a system and processes all in place. I have my VAs, I have my people, everything's in order. So I don't see the value in adding something new. I got the answer for you on that too. If you say, oh, this is a software, it's just going to be another cost to my business. I am done with cost to my business. I'm struggling just making the ends meet right now. You need to be on the demo because I'm going to show you where it's not a cost for you at all. So I'm going to show you how LevelUp Score is going to be free for you to use, a value add to your consumers. You're going to be stickier. You're going to be delivering something to them that they actually, the number one thing they came to you for, you're going to be able to deliver that. And that's your job. That's your promise. And you'll be able to deliver that without working so hard. You know, this is my final story because we had 3 minutes before the live demo, but tell you a little background story about how this was all created. As a lot of you know, I'm a loan officer. I've been a loan officer for 23 years. Okay. And in that process, I saw, because loan officers get commission, but I saw people come in, they got denied, the loan officer wouldn't call them, no one gave them a time of day, they'd walk out, they're crying, they're saying, if someone would just tell me what to do, I would do it. And I was a teacher prior to that, it was my first degree. And I thought, that's horrible. We're not telling people what to do to get approved. We're not doing that. And I understood it from the loan officer perspective. They don't make money unless the loan closes. So they don't have time in a lot of ways because they're trying to support their family to try to help you figure out how to get approved. And some of them don't know the ins and outs to make that happen in the first place. And then if they're giving you your time and you don't do the thing, right, then it's a waste of their time that they could have been pursuing the next deal. So it makes sense. But it really was something that tugged at my heart. And you'll know when you have a huge passion because it was huge passion tug at your heart. And the one thing I can tell you, if you have a huge passion, if you're willing to do it for free, If you are willing to do it for free, it's a passion. So I did credit repair, credit improvement, whatever you want to call it, for free for 2 years. I interviewed my customers. I learned how this credit thing worked. I learned what we needed as a loan officer versus what the credit report said versus what other people said. And I put all that together in a software. Okay. But I did it for free for 2 years. Why did I do it for free for 2 years? Because I had a passion for what I wanted to deliver. People deserve to know how to get to their goal. Just like if you were going to go lose weight. If a personal trainer came up to you and said, "Hey, Allie, you want to lose 10 pounds? I got you. This is what you're going to eat. This is when you're going to eat it. This is what you're going to work out. This is how you're going to work out. This is how often you're going to work out." Da, 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 da. And if I had trust in that person that they're going to get me to that goal and I do the things and I get the results, that's our job. That's our job as credit professionals. What is your deepest why? What is your deepest goal? So through that process, I became highly sought after. And then it became where other loan officers were sending their clients to me, right? I didn't know that was going to be a thing because I was a loan officer. Why would they send them to me? But people had trusted me, which is really important. When I was at the bulk conference, there was something that somebody said that I really resonated with me, and I'm going to try to get it right. Be loyal because people have long memories. People have long memories. So if you're in the business and you're messing some people over, stealing their ideas, doing their thing, stealing their clients, be loyal. People have long memories. Okay. So let's fast forward. I'm a highly successful credit professional, helping hundreds upon hundreds of people buy their first home. I was a first-time home buyer specialist for people that had credit issues. Okay. Notice that I have a niche. I knew my audience. I learned about my audience. I knew their pain. I felt their pain. I've been through their pain. I overcame their obstacles. So I knew exactly what they needed to do to overcome theirs. Right. And if you can't and you don't know, you shouldn't be doing what you say you're going to do. You have to have a promise and you have to keep the promise. You have to keep the promise. Okay. So burnout started happening. Even though I had a love for what I was doing, started to make money. I started charging, started making good money. I had a passion. Even though I had that passion, I was getting up at 3:45 in the morning, doing my journaling, doing my prayer, and then I walked into my office with my coffee and I sat there till 9 p.m. at night and I went straight to bed and I do the same thing over and over and over again. This is on Saturday and Sunday included. That's not okay. I was sacrificing my life. I was sacrificing my kids for the hustle. Okay. I've learned now, 46 years old, glad I finally learned it, but the hustle ain't worth it. There's a better way. And so that's what I teach with the Millionaire's Journey. But going to this, people are like, "Yeah, Allie, you're only one person. You need to write a book on this." And I'm like, I can't write a book. I can't write a book on this because everyone is individual. They have an individual credit report. They have individual goals. They have individual aspirations. And my job is to make sure they get to their goal. I can't write a book. Finally, the idea came to me that I can take this stuff in here and put it in software. What a beautiful opportunity that we have in this new age that we can do that. And that's what I did. And that's where LevelUp Score is today. And we're continuing to grow. We'll continue to pour more things into it to make it better and better and better so your clients can get your goal. So that's what I want to share with you today on the live demo. It is now 7:02, so I'm past time. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. I'm going to get into the live demo. I hope to meet you there and see what your goals are. I appreciate you.